We're ready.
Okay. I'd like to officially call this work session meeting of the Mayor and Council to order. At this time, I ask everyone to please rise for a moment of silent prayer and/or reflection. Last week was Fire Prevention Week, so we want to think about all of our brave men and women who sacrifice themselves to protect life and property in their communities and in ours. Please salute the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States, to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please note the fire exits behind you into the main hallway, and kind of behind you to my right, your left, into the courtroom. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to advance notice of and attend any meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interests is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with this act, the Mayor and Council of the Borough of New Milford have caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof posted in the Borough Hall, and notices have been sent to the record in the Ridgewood News. The mission of this governing body is to provide essential services through the establishment and implementation of public policy that will safeguard the infrastructure, provide fair, honest, courteous, and professional services, establish a sense of trust and accomplishment between all residents, and through research and prudent planning seek to minimize risk while improving our services. We are sensitive to the needs and satisfaction of our taxpayers, while realizing that this governing body cannot be all things to all people, within the revenue constraints imposed by state mandates, economic conditions, and prevailing attitudes about taxation. At this time, I would ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Councilwoman Sandhusen.
Here.
Councilman Zimmerman.
Here.
Council President Duffy.
Here.
Councilman Grotzky.
Here.
Councilman Seymour.
Yes.
Here.
Councilwoman Grant.
Here.
Mayor Petrino.
Here. Okay, before we start, one thing I have to add to the agenda, and appointments. So I'm going to ask for a motion to appoint Lee King and Peter Torpy to New Milford's Resiliency Task Force.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? This has to do with the conversation we had at our last meeting with the resiliency program and the volunteers needed to be a part of it. Okay. Under unfinished business, we have, may I get approval of the minutes for the September 29th, 2025 closed and public session meetings.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. We have an ordinance up for adoption tonight. Ordinance 2025:29, and when the clerk has the opportunity, I'd ask her to please read the ordinance.
An ordinance amending Chapter 7 of the Revised General Ordinances of the Borough of New Milford entitled Traffic, thereby amending Section 7-3.7 entitled Stopping or Standing Prohibited During Certain Hours on Certain Streets.
The purpose of this ordinance is to prohibit stopping or standing on both sides of Robert Chester Way, Columbia Street, and Patrolman Ray Woods Lane at Kennedy Field Complex due to safety concerns as recommended by the traffic officer of the New Milford Police Department. May I get a motion to open to the public for a public hearing on this ordinance?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ladies and gentlemen of the public, if anyone has any questions or comments regarding this ordinance, we will give you an opportunity to speak. Seeing that no member of the public wishes to comment at this time, I'll ask for a motion to close the public.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I get a motion to adopt this ordinance on its final reading?
Motion.
Second.
May I get a roll call, please?
Yes. Councilwoman Sandhusen.
Yes.
Councilman Zellner.
Yes.
Council President Duffy.
Yes.
Councilman Grotzky.
Yes.
Councilman Seymour.
Yes.
Councilwoman Grant.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to new business, we have an ordinance introduction. That would be 2025:30, and when the clerk gets the opportunity, I ask you to please read the ordinance.
An ordinance amending Chapter 7 of the Revised General Ordinances of the Borough of New Milford entitled Traffic, thereby amending Section 7-3.4 entitled Parking Prohibited Certain Hours on Certain Streets, and Section 7-3.5 entitled Exceptions to Overnight Parking Regulations.
The purpose of this ordinance is to rescind the 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. parking restrictions on all streets in the Borough of New Milford. May I get a motion to introduce this ordinance on its first reading?
So moved.
Second.
May I get a roll call, please?
Yes. Councilwoman Sandhusen.
Yes.
Councilman Zimler.
Yes.
Council President Duffy.
Yes.
Councilman Grotzky.
You know, I've spent probably about 7 years working on this ordinance changing things, doing things to it, making it viable so most people would be happy with it. And I think at this point, the current system we have is viable, all except for those people that actually cannot park in their driveways. I think we should be able to work something out with that. As far as going and putting 365 days on the street, I think it takes away from the town. Okay? This is a small town. It's not a city. I think it creates problems for snow removal. I think it creates problems for safety. And I think it creates problems for street cleanups. So based upon that, I'm going to vote no.
Councilman Seymour.
Yes.
Councilwoman Grant.
Yes.
Okay, the public hearing on this ordinance will be at our November 10th meeting in the main courtroom. Okay, moving on to item number 1, which is best practices administrator.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. As I'm sure you are all familiar with at this point in time, the best practices inventory is promulgated by the state, came through in September. We had to submit by the end of October, had to be, same thing, questions were on a number of different things, core competencies, about the budget, about cybersecurity, capital projects, the environment. Some of them were survey questions, some of them count. And in order to receive 100% of your final aid payment, you have to have 32 or more points, and we scored 42.5. So we do everything that we can to meet the requirements, and when something new, they come up with new questions every year, and when we find something new, we do our best to implement. One that we did get points on this year that we didn't the last time was that we have electric vehicle charging stations on municipal property now. So we added points for that.
Excellent. We always do well.
We do.
And they, like I said, they try to find new ways to trip us up.
Yes, they do.
They can't do it. They can't do it. Okay, item number 2.
Me too.
That's you too. Discretionary property tax grace period administrator.
Yes, thank you.
Say that.
I believe that I had forwarded some information prior to the meeting. So during an extended federal government shutdown, municipalities are authorized to adopt an extended property tax grace period applicable to property taxpayer who is either an employee of the federal government agency who was furloughed because of the shutdown and receives unemployment, or who works during a shutdown but is not paid. In order to do so, they have to adopt a resolution extending the grace period for the above referenced qualifying individuals to on or before the date upon which the next property tax installment is payable, make the payment. We can only apply the extended grace period if the federal shutdown is greater than 21 days in duration and the shutdown either remains in effect as the property tax installment due date or concludes less than 14 days prior. So we're already into the point of being less than 14 days prior, or we're about to be. As long as the government shutdown is still in place on October 22nd, people would be eligible if the mayor and council decided that they wanted to do this extended grace period. It would require a resolution, and if that's the pleasure of the council, I would prepare that for the next meeting.
I think I'm in favor of that. But let me ask you, there's now a threat if some of these workers will be fired. Does this cover those people?
No, it's just about people who were furloughed. And we did actually have one request so far.
I'm just so distrustful of the federal leadership and what they'll do next. But I feel like we need to do something to help protect our citizens, our home. So if this is a small thing that we can do, I'm for it.
I agree with that.
And we've done this in previous This isn't unusual, right? We've done this.
The only time we did it before had to do with flooding, I think.
We gave flooding, we gave a grace period, and when, I believe during COVID, right?
Yeah.
You couldn't even contact the, employee office in Trenton. It was just, system crashed bombarding. And
But not given them under these circumstances.
no. Look what happens in, let's say in 15 days, it opens up. Then it just automatically you go to regular.
No. If you extend the grace period, it's extended.
Right, because they'll
have until February 1st.
Because they might not have been compensated or back pay
November.
or whatever.
Yes.
All right. So then, does anyone else have any comments on it? If not, I'm going to ask to add a resolution to our next meeting. Make a motion to do that.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? All right, we can do the next meeting. Gives us enough time.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, item number 3 is schedule updates. Okay, Sunday, October 19th is the Fall Festival, sponsored by the Berkeley School PTO. It'll be from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Knightsfield parking lot. There'll be vendors, crafts, food trucks, and their rain date is October 26th. On Wednesday, October 22nd is the Milford 7th Annual Domestic Violence Symposium, sponsored by the Borough of New Milford, the Milford Police Department, and the New Milford Public School District. It will take place at 6:30 p.m. at the New Milford High School Auditorium, and it will also be live streamed. On Sunday, October 26th, is the annual Adam event, sponsored by the New Milford Municipal Alliance. It will take place at 6:30 p.m. at Hardcastle Pond. Saturday, I have these two out of order, but Saturday, October 25th, is Pick a Pumpkin Patch, sponsored by the New Milford Recreation Commission. It will be from 10 to 12 p.m. at the Borough Hall gazebo. Saturday and Sunday, November 2nd and 3rd, is the Milford's Paper Shredding event, sponsored by the DPW and the Bergen County Utilities Authority. It'll take place from 9 to 1 p.m. or if the truck gets full, and it'll be at the swim club parking lot. So it's back-to-back days, a Saturday and a Sunday. And on Tuesday, November 11th, is New Milford's annual Veterans Day ceremony, sponsored by the New Milford Public Events Committee. It'll take place at 11 a.m. at the Borough Hall Lawn Monuments area.
I think Saturday. Is Saturday the 2nd or the 1st?
Okay, 2, 1. It'll be the first, but eventually they support.
Did I say something was on the 1st?
No, you said Saturday's the 2nd.
No,
Saturday's the 1st.
No.
Oh.
On the
11-2 and 11-3. Right? You said
November
11,
2nd and 3rd is...
Second, third.
That's correct.
Third is Monday.
Oh, I'm
It's
sorry.
the 1st and 2nd.
I'm sorry, everyone. It is
Yeah.
November 1st and November 2nd.
The paper shredder.
There we go. Fixed.
Ivan Dishman.
Don't show up on Monday.
The All Seasons Chamber Players will be at the New Milford Public Library this Sunday at 2 o'clock.
What is it, though, the chamber?
The All Seasons Chamber Players. The Friends of the Library sponsors a concert by them every year, and this year it's October 19th, Sunday,
At what time?
2. Refreshments will be served. And the concert's 3 o'clock.
I just wanted to add for anybody who's looking to watch next Wednesday's Domestic Violence Symposium on the live stream. The live stream is on the school district's YouTube channel under live events.
Okay. Item number 4 is the administrator's report.
Okay. Engineering update. We have pre-construction meetings for both the French Brook Stabilization project, which was held on October 8th, and construction's scheduled to begin the first week in December, and a pre-construction meeting for the Main Street Improvement Project was held on October 10th. The concrete work is tentatively scheduled to begin either the last week in October or the first week in November, and milling and paving will depend upon the weather and will likely be held until the spring. There are a number of grant opportunities that we're currently reviewing. The DOT Local Aid Infrastructure Grant is intended to address emergencies and regional needs. The DOT Local Transportation Projects Fund Grant is for local transportation improvement projects. The County of Bergen Community Development Block Grant funds municipal infrastructure projects in eligible areas, handicap accessible curb cuts, and public building access upgrades. And the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities Urban Heat Island Mitigation Grant Program provides funding for urban microclimate interventions, which include installation of park benches and shading and beautifying spaces through greenery and creative placemaking. Mayor and I are going to be meeting with the director and the superintendent of public works on Friday to discuss some potential projects, and we invite the governing body to submit any suggestions they may have for discussion. The county paving projects on River Road from Graphic Boulevard to Milford Avenue and Madison Avenue from the Dumont Town Line to River Road are still underway, as everyone is painfully aware. Updates are posted on the New Milford Police Department and Office of the Mayor Facebook pages, and text alerts are being sent out daily to everyone registered through the Rave Smart 911. The link to sign up for alerts can be found on the homepage of the borough website. And the next meeting of the Mayor and Council is a work session, and it's scheduled for just a week and a half away on October 27th at 7 p.m.
Public session.
Public session. Sorry about that.
And I just want to go back to the paving. As Chris mentioned, yes, we know it's an inconvenience. We feel your pain. This whole thing is run by the county, not us. We try to get as much information out of them as possible, and we post it as fast as we can. I know it's been an inconvenience. Our police department is working hard to help residents at the various different checkpoints and detours around town. And I was wondering, is there any way we can just post the dates on the board outside too? Someone had asked me about that because they don't use internet, so they thought it'd be useful if we just put the milling and paving in between this and this, whatever.
Okay.
That'd be great. It's been tough. Good news is we're not going to see it again for 15 years after the streets are paved.
I mean,
so just a little bit more patient,
yes,
and it will get done.
The end result will be hopefully worth the pain.
Yes. Any questions for the administrator? It's not a part of the administrator's report, but a couple of things I just want to add. This week I actually had a very productive phone conversation with Richmond Apong. He's the regional manager for New Jersey Transit. At the end of our two conversations, New Jersey Transit, he has passed the word, will no longer be parking their buses on Madison Avenue. So that is very good news. It's 14 years in the making, but he assures me that it'll cease. So, Veolia. I don't know if, I guess everyone is aware, but the Borough of New Milford is aware of the recent lawsuit filed by the Borough of Saddle River against Veolia Water, New Jersey, regarding the alleged billing discrepancies. Our professional staff is currently reviewing the matter to determine whether similar issues could impact New Milford. Unlike Saddle River, New Milford's water system is owned by Veolia, meaning residents receive direct billing from the company. We encourage residents to regularly compare their water meter readings with those shown on their Veolia bills and report any significant differences directly to Veolia's customer service. The borough will continue to keep residents informed of any updates or developments. So Saddle River owns their own water system, but they purchase water from Veolia and then they provide it. Apparently there was some discrepancies. Veolia blamed broken meters, leaky pipes, and they're suing them for $4 million of, they say, of incorrect billing. So it's not exactly the same situation Milford has because we do not own our own water system. Our engineer and DPW will be looking to make sure that we don't have any leaky pipes in our borough buildings and, to keep on top of our water bills. And like I said, we encourage all residents to keep on top of theirs because they work directly with Veolia. Anything changes, we will let you know. And that's all I have. Everyone had a chance to look at the resolutions? Are there any that need to be pulled for further discussion and or vote?
I just have a question on 328. It doesn't have to be closed, but we have a quick question. That's the Energy Procurement Cooperative. Currently, the Green Team gets billing reports to do energy tracking. Are they still going to be able to? Is it still going to be able to happen?
Yes, because we're still going to get bills. It's just going to be
different.
Yes.
Thank you. But that question about 229, has our application been approved? This is the release from Biden.
For Green Acres, we've already gotten
Green
it.
Acres.
Yes,
So we're still waiting to hear from Open Space.
yes.
You're going to be the first to know since you're one of the lobbyers for it, so absolutely. Okay. Can I get a motion to open to the public for public comment?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ladies and gentlemen of the public, if anyone has any questions or comments regarding the good and welfare of the Borough of Milford, we invite you to come up and we'll give you 5 minutes. Seeing that no member of the public wishes to come forward at this time, I'd ask for a motion to close to the public.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I get a motion to adopt resolutions 2025:226 through 2025:237?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be going into closed session. When we come out of closed session, this body will take no action and we will immediately adjourn our meeting. So we wish you a good night and lots of events happening in Milford and we hope to see you there. Thank you.
Motion.
Oh, may I get a motion to go into closed session?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?